Yeah. Yeah, it's one of these days. I'm turning my brain off again. I just haven't felt good for the past few days, so we're just gonna turn my brain off. And to the dark side of the moon. And now that to you. In pain. And don't my friend till the end. That's a mad crazy one that used to call me Superman. Hey, Decaf. Holding my hand by my side and my superhuman might. Kryptonite. Decaf, yes, you are first. You're first to be called stupid. Okay. Okay, let's do Omega. Why? Because you say so. I'm trying around. You say, well, you still call me Superman. I find well, and you still there holding my hand. Oh no, Wolf is here to prevent me from from making fun of Decaf. Oh no. That's a lion, you know it. She will join you. That's the point. Doing crazy, so call me Superman. I'm going to ban this account over unkick. Aside with my superhuman, my kryptonite. Yeah. You still call me Superman. This is why I have to turn this back on. Be safe. Calm down, the child. Okay, everything is back up and running. Oh, I have autoplay off. Site settings. Oh, wow. $2000s. There we go. Yes, I have alt-rock playing again. I wish I could play it on stream, but I can't. Oh, nothing, Wolf. We're just making fun of your husband. Nice go. Sum 41, good band. It's sad that it and Alien Ant Farm really haven't got the recognition it deserves. People really only know Alien Ant Farm from their cover of Smooth Criminal. Dogs are like, Shirley's trying to itch your face. Bo 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 bo. That would be a hammer main that does that. Anxiety. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Pets, settle down. I just realized how that sits on this model. Fart beams from Omega. That's the way to say it. I'm alive. You found a very interesting mod for Gunlance for World on Nexus Mods. What did you find? What? Share with the class, Alphonse. Share with the class. It was an adult mod. Oh my. Oh, come on! Remember Hunter art styles from GU? I found a moveset mod that copies and expands it further. Ah, interesting. We're alive. It's so weird. They use... Ford, he literally just said it's a moveset mod from GU. I love the fact that they used some of the better music from 14, but it's still not a really decent fight in my mind. Because they have the Ixion, it's similar to the Ixion music that 14 has for its fight with Horse Girl Ixion. Because for some reason they made Ixion a horse girl. Yeah, it was... Never mind, Ford. Never mind. Feels like a mod rather than an actual Monster Hunter fight. Like Valstrax on Elden Ring? Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like Behemoth, but worse. I would say Behemoth is objectively the worst one I have idea. The one... Behemoth is objectively the worst. It's not even scalable. It just is. Remember Ancient? Ah, yeah, that... You know what? That has Behemoth beat. Ancient Legend has Behemoth beat. I'll actually give that. You know what? Ford, you know who asked for Behemoth in Monster Hunter? No one. No one but executives. Same thing with the Witcher collaboration. No one asked for a collab with the Witcher. Meaning you could fully be R2-D2 and speak common. Ah. Oh, come on. Gosh darn it. Publish supplement now. I'm fine with it. I just don't know how we're going to do a board state. Because if we're doing separate player sheets, I don't know how we're going to do that. It's one of those things. How are you going to do combat or things that require a model to be placed in a map? Because I don't know how we're gonna do a board state then if we're doing everything in its own, in a separate, everyone's doing their own client, which would be just their own player sheets and stuff like that, separate from your view. I just want to complete my burst charm game. Okay. Because, yeah, that website you posted is the same thing that I was using to look up information, and it doesn't have all the information for every class, It actually, for a good bit of the classes, it's missing archetypes. Like, the example, Artificer is missing 4 of them. I'm just dealing a bunch of damage with electricity damage. Yeah, today is going to probably be one of those days where I only really talk if chat wants to be talkative. I'm kind of out of it today's. Ever since I woke up, I've just kind of been like, you know what? You're not awake, but you're not asleep. You're just in a permanent state of grogginess. As far as I know, Bloodhunter actually got published in a legitimate book. In one of their campaign settings that they did with Critical Role. Same with Fighter Gunslinger. I think that's their Adventurer's Guide to Westeros. Is when it was the book that got it, that had it printed in it. I used to be a fan of Critical Role. I'm not anymore. I can't stand Critical Role in all honesty. To me, it ruined Dungeons and Dragons because it turned into people wanting to actually not play a game. They just wanted to role play. When like D&D is a tabletop role-playing game, not a tabletop role-playing simulator. Again, it's one of those weird nuances. It's why I can't stand Critical Role, because they made it to where pretty much it got taken over by theater kids who just want to role play, who want to role play their own fanciful characters and not, you know, engage in combat, have an interesting time tactically. It's like, okay, cool. That's the audience recording now? Sign me not up. I can't get out of this one. Or I can. Hey, Varkon. Go. We should be pushing it into phase 3 any second now. Yep. We're into phase 3 now. I'm gonna swap my guns. Okay. Remember, there will be no stream tomorrow, Thursday, or Saturday now. Tomorrow I wasn't gonna stream either way because I got cards. But I'm going to a different schedule until I have my face fixed. And when my face will be fixed is on the 13th, and I will be off a few days after that because of needing to recover. Gosh darn it. This is the issue if you only bring attack as attack skills. I understand. Attack skills equal bigger DPS number. Oh, big number make me go happy. Here's the issue. All you're running is attack and no survivability. You are a glass cannon and expect to be treated as such by the game. I understand people want to be as DPS effective as possible. But you know DPS isn't everything. DPS is not everything at all. It's so far from being everything that, you know what, you maybe you should think about wearing some defenses. Because with defense, you can survive a hit. It's the reason why I was running Gravios armor set ability. Because Gravios is at full health, I can take 10% less damage. A flat 10% damage reduction? Oh my, that's really good! If you know you want to live. And in this case, I'm running 3 pieces of Gogmazios. And I'm just waiting to have to run a 4th. Which, you know what? No, I'm gonna run a 4th. Just to prove a point. Just to prove a dang point. Yeah, you notice I'm running Medicine. That's recovery up. Speed Eater. That's recovery speed. Destroyer. Hey, Destroyer's good for damage, but if I don't want to run Destroyer, you know what I can do? I can take off my Destroyer gems, which, you know what? I'm just going to. I'm going to put, fun fact, Fungiform for Mushroommancer, because it's a support skill that'll let me live longer and take more hits. The DPS meta and how the DPS meta is obscenely stupid. That's what we're blaming on World. It's the reason why I last longer than most people in most hunts. DPS checks? No, just everyone thinking the only skills you need are for DPS and DPS only. When, like, I'm gonna be honest, that's not true at all. Yeah, it's the reason yeah, people overestimate themselves. That's also true. I'm the weirdo who decides, you know what? I'm gonna run protection abilities. I'm gonna run some support utility abilities that, you know, let me live longer. Things like, oh yeah, I just want to have all the drug. Like, all the drugs. I'll just run Mushroommancer to get all the abilities. And then I got a max potion. And I have a regular potion. Don't overestimate yourself, people. Be the meme that says you will both overestimate me and underestimate me. Okay, also, by the way, I'm gonna be having that as a sticker once once the artist I work with is done designing them. Why do I have a Spanish ad? I'm not talking an ad partly in Spanish. I'm talking an ad entirely in Spanish. You think of yourself as a pretty mediocre monster hunter? Like, yeah, that's the thing. All of you know this. I do not overestimate my ability in games. I kind of get around that by playing predominantly support skills. That's like my main shtick, is I run support skills because I have a higher likelihood of, you know, beating the thing in question if I'm running defense. It's kind of my thing, where, you know what? I know I have bad hands. I know I got bad reflexes. We're just gonna put on some defensive abilities and have some fun. Like, when I was doing a longsword only challenge run, the thing that got me through that run wasn't me getting good at longsword. No, I was objectively garbage at it still at the end. But the difference was I had the defensive skills on me to where I could mess up. I could completely take a few hits without needing to be concerned. And that ability to take a few hits is actually really important in games, and I think people overestimate that. It's the reason why when I play Dark Souls on stream, I don't run RTSR. I'll run Power Within, but I will never run RTSR unless I'm doing a very specific strategy, which is RTSR, Power Within, Sanctus, and Curse at base Vitality, which is a strategy I don't like doing. They can't slide reload. A lot of what made Bowgun really viable in World is gone, Maya. Nope, you're not killing me. And yes, I'm not actually using the Gravios gun. I just like the look of it because it's just a grenade launcher. It's a thumper. It's a tube. Goes tube every time. Ah, joke's on you. You can't hit me. Not allowed. Ah, I got hit. Oh! Yeah, that was my fault. Forget getting hit. I survived the first hit. It's the second hit that got me. Californication, oh no. The things on Californication. I love how this is a beard. It's a gun with a beard. And they would and the fornication. Okay. 18. Dream of Californication. Man, Red Hot... I have a love-hate relationship with the band Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, I don't think they're bad, but I think they're overrated. Kind of how Nirvana is. Where they're not bad, but kind of, like, a lot of their music just kind of meh. Same with Pink Floyd. His music's good, but it's not to the tier people try to make it out to be. Yes, I have coffee right now. Best monster theme? If you're talking best Monster Hunter theme song, it's Proof of a Hero. Specifically DOS version. Monster Hunter 2 / Monster Hunter Frontier iteration of DOS is probably my fave. Proof of a Hero is probably my favorite. Yeah, I will firmly stand that Proof of a Hero, specifically from Frontier's audio encoding. The audio codecs they use allows it to be a really good... allows it to be, like, in my mind, the best. Not too much compression, which is perfect in my mind. Because I am not a fan of too much audio compression. It makes things sound tinny in my mind. Yeah, that's funny. I've learned to just walk through that. I'm treating it like Dark Souls. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna walk through your attack. Well, my barrier dissipated. I don't really care. I'll get it back eventually. The slide? Did you not... why you didn't like the slide? The extended dodge? Okay. I just got stomped on. Is the only thing you liked. We're at 2. Yeah, I like bowgun, but I also realize this game is... The ranged weapons are always mistreated in my mind, whereas, like, most of the weapons for melee purposes get either really good upgrades or they get downgraded in some way. It's the reason I'm not a big fan of particularly, like, Switch X in this game. It feels like it got downgraded with its moveset being not really cohesive to most monsters anymore. To where a lot of the time you're stuck in axe form and not really ever using sword mode. Bring back Saf. Yeah, Switch Axe with starting as sword would be nice. Like, giving us the option. There's a lot of things they could have brought back for this game, but they just didn't. I swear, this game's servers suck. I swear they are awful. I cannot stand this game at times, man. I really only use swords and wilds, but I still struggle with some movesets, especially monsters like Lagiacrus who are just constantly doing attacks. I think that's an issue with this game in general, is monsters have to be constantly attacking. They can't move, they can't be on the back foot, they can't be trying to maneuver to fight you better, put you in a position where you're at disadvantage as much as the older games, because of how much they've empowered the hunter. The hunter being empowered to the degree that they are is genuinely bad to the design of having some monsters. Because you had things like Kezu, where their entire shtick was they're going to shock you and then they're going to maul you to death. You really can't do that in this game. Because if the entire gimmick is based around certain traits that the monster would have as an animal, you can't really have a fight be based around them and those traits, particularly in a world where your hunter, can do acrobatics with a long sword. There's a reason why combat in the older games felt, yes, sometimes clunky, but very fitting for the style of fighting it was going for. I think with World, it was a downturn into what I just straight up call Monster Fighter, and a lot of people held that opinion. I hold it in a different way, but I can see the validity behind calling it that for some people. Because it's turned into nothing but a giant slugfest, where before in the past games you had to plan, you had to prepare, you had to attack from certain vantage points. It was as if you were actually hunting a giant monster. You guys planned or prepared? Yes. I have learned from my time with video games. I'm not gonna try to force it. I'm just gonna go as naturally as I can with the game, using everything it gives me. Man, Foo Fighters is a good band. Like, Foo Fighters between 2000 and 2010. Good band. Wow, how many are we at? We are still in a good area. Yeah, I used everything to my advantage. It didn't matter. I do that in every game. It's like, people will call me a coward or a weakling or just bad at Elden Ring when I was playing Elden Ring on my free time for using Spirit Ashes. The game gave them to me. I'm gonna use them. I will use every single advantage I can get. And by the way, if someone wants me to play Elden Ring, I don't want to. I hate the game. I cannot stand it. And I have not even got the DLC for it just to have it. I find Elden Ring the epitome of modernity from Soft, as I put it. There are words to say. The Weezers. Good band. And personally, myself, I don't like how Longsword is in Wilds. I personally want it to return back to singular Spirit Gauge and just have its Crimson, its Crimson Blade moves be the base attack, because I think that's more fitting for a Longsword. I believe it's also more fitting to the actual style of combat that it's based on in real life, known as Iaido, or EA. EA, though, is, I believe, the pronunciation, where it's based on fast, precise strikes, and I think at its best when it's in its third gauge. But I think that should be its everyday moveset. use a parashroom. Gonna use a Devil's Blight. Gonna use a Nitro. Let's do this. I'm maxed. I'm buffed up. Ah, I thought I could do it. It's okay. I was protected by the barrier. Yep. Okay, I'm alive. I'm alive. Feel not anymore. That was a panic roll. I'm gonna be honest, that was a panic roll. I gained immunity again. Bird, get over here. Game, I wanted to move. That's so cheap. That's just frustrating. Like, okay, you want to get up. You want to do a say creep pickup. Okay, fine. You can do that. Oh, you're stuck on the ground and you're actually forced to go through the downed animation? Okay, fine. Don't make it so it can literally attack you, fling you in the air, get you in the downed animation, then crush you to death. It's cheap. And it's a cheap way to do difficulty. Okay. Let's keep doing this. Because, like, I need the Omega stuff for two things. Are you kidding me? This is an item? I want the aviators. I might actually get a pair of aviators for driving. I'm gonna be honest, I just might. I don't care, I'm doing that. That looks cute. Yeah, I need this, is what I want. And then I want to upgrade my burst charm. Oh, I am putting out a call to everyone here who plays Magic the Gathering. I may or may not be wanting to do a weekly Magic the Gathering stream of Commander. If you know someone or you yourself play it, join the Discord and ping me. And I will add you to a list of people who can play. On Twitch, it's a 2,000 redeem, 2,000 point redeem for Discord. It's my way of knowing that, hey, you actually watch the content and you're not there just to post stuff. It's kind of a protectionary measure. It's kind of a protectionary measure, as I put it. Are you kidding me? Just wasted those. You, do I have anything? Yes, I'm listening to REM's imitation of Life. I'm like, you know what? I love REM. It's such a nice band. Let's try this again. But yeah, Decaf, get back to me when you figure out what we're doing. There we go. I got my microphone. I got my audio wired how I want it. A bunch of tired. Gosh darn it. Ate my shield already. Okay. I'm surprised I don't hear more of Cake on the radio. Or in general on most alt stations. I'm alive. eat the mushroom. Okay. I'm going to go back to my mount. Oh! That was such a good dodge! Someone clip that, please. Someone clip that. That was perfect. Okay. Okay, also perfect dodge. Yeah, apparently I'm getting good. Ah, dang it. I got protected by the barrier. Where are the others? I know where Greatsword. I know where Greatsword guy is. Dang it. Breathing all. Let's keep trying. Still got 27 minutes on this. Alright. Let's keep trying. Everything's my fault. Also, who here just hates barrel bowling? Because I hate barrel bowling quite a bit. I honestly think it's worse than Steamworks. And Steamworks, yes, was entirely random chance. But the thing about Steamworks was, it was at least doable without consuming so much time between activations. It was one menu and you're good to go for as long as you were out of fuel. Now it's barrel bowling. Well, you got to go through a load screen. No, you have to go through a menu, then you go through a load screen, then you play the game, then you go through a load screen, then you go to the menu, then you go through a load screen, and then you go through another menu just to restart it. It's kind of irritating when you think about it. It's also wasting your time. Like, it wastes so much of your time that you could be using, you know, doing barrel bowling. It needs either a repeat option or an automated option to be less infuriating. Nope. Again, I got an ad in Spanish. Where's Nyx when I need her? Bring back the old farm system. I'm fine with Steamworks. I would love the old farm, but I'm fine with Steamworks. Barrel bowling, though, is not Steamworks. Barrel bowling is worse than Steamworks. Wow, it's been a hot moment since I've heard you too. My barrier got me, protected me. Okay, I'm alive. I'm gonna do a full potion, do a max potion effect. Preferably Alphine? Preferably Alphonse. I'd love it if you did alchemy. No, I would love the combination of the old style farm system with one that's like that, with one similar to Steamworks. Because Steamworks can run off fuel to expedite the process of farming if you have it, or you can do it old-fashionedly and just wait a long time to get the crafting material so you can then craft a bunch of an item. I wouldn't mind a mix of both. But barrel bowling just isn't it, man. Barrel bowling sucks. I'll join them in a minute. I'm checking something. Okay. Grab that. Okay, they made it to they made it to area 2 without a feint. That's good. That's the thing. I don't mind it being a gacha because it doesn't play like a normal gacha. It plays as a gacha that you can actively farm the resources to get if you through the Zenogre mission in World. I don't mind that. Personally, I found it my favorite way to get pitfalls because I hated farming them. But that's just me. I hated farming pitfalls. I love the trails that follow me with this effect. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it! Gosh darn it. I'm burning. Okay. Until we meet again. Gosh darn it! The barrier saved me. No, no, I'm dead. Nope, I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Heal. Okay, game. What the heck was that? Why did it suddenly do a U-turn? Nerd! Hey, Decaf. Welcome back. Okay. I knew exactly what direction I needed to go for that to work. Okay, pop that. Okay. It's going up to phase 3. I need to go get my items. Yeah, Decaf, when you figure out how you're gonna do the the playboard, or as I call it, the board state, please tell me so that way I know how to make a player sheet that you can have. Also, are we using the 2024 player sheet like you shown that lacks boxes for information, or are we using the old style sheet? Because there is now, in fact, 2 different variations of D&D sheet. Which is really stupid in my mind, but that's how it is. Because, yeah, the reason I asked that is because the current 2024 edition Dungeons & Dragons player sheet is really not cohesive to physical play. It's far more designed around the idea of D&D Beyond, which is why I ask if we are using the current one or the old one. Which version of the player sheet are we using? Are we using the 2024 edition, which you posted, or are we using the old style, which is more cohesive to physical play, not D&D Beyond? Because there is a difference between them. Okay. I will find the complete packet then that has, I think, the 2 pages for the 2024 edition one. Because you only have a singular page from that packet, which I believe there's 2 to 3 pages. Okay. I'll find a complete packet for it. And I'll try to find one that is akin to the older style where you had separate pages for certain things, because that allowed for an easier time separating information out. I'll try to find one of them. Because leave it up to the D&D community, we usually figure a way to improve the way something looks or functions. Because Wizards is terrible. I will. Stop following me! Someone get the thing's attention! For Pete's sakes, someone get this thing's attention! I hate this game so much right now. Someone draw its bloody aggro! Thank you. Gosh darn it. I was actually about to cut it here, Decaf. Thank you everyone for coming. God bless. Be safe. I'm finally having a night where I can actually, like, talk for a bit without my sinuses wanting to murder me, so I'm not going to push it. I will be back. Tess? Subtle. I'll be back Wednesday. Thank you all for watching. God bless. And be safe.